Okay, we're looking at a Champions League match here this evening. A number of ways we can trade this, but what I wanted to do was just invigorate and tell you a number of different things that you can do with BetAngel on this particular match, because you're not limited to just placing a back or a lay bet or trying to find a trade. There's a lot more layers you can add to a trading experience if you use BetAngel properly. This is the one-click screen. The thing you should know about this is you can modify it. So one of the things that I do is I have the screen completely rearranged in a manner that suits football, and one that suits racing, and one that suits many other different types of sport. So don't feel you need to stick to the default screen. That's, as the name it suggests, a default basic screen that you're looking at. We'll modify it and remove or add elements to make it more suitable for trading football. Now you can modify many elements of BetEngine and you can undock many of the screens, but obviously a big key feature that we have for football is Soccer Mystic, and Soccer Mystic is the tool that allows you to have a look at a market, stick goals in, and then see what happens to the odds as the match is underway. So this allows you to make some judgments like, well, if a goal is scored after a certain period of time, what actually occurs to the odds, so you can see the odds would drop to here, and how does that affect the position, and you can bring up scenario indicators that sort of say I have a back bet on this team at this price using a stake of 100, and based upon the scenario I've put in there, will I make or lose money if something happens at a certain time. So use this tool. It's very interesting to play around. And the great thing is that you can start to think through in your head. You're thinking, well, that's interesting, or maybe if that happens, I can hedge here. And you can whiz forward or backwards in time to have a look at what potentially could happen given different scenarios in the market. So you use Soccer Mystic. Always check the signal strength indicator, and also look at the videos specific to this. Use Guardian for a number of reasons. The first one is that in Guardian you can add a whole range of markets and flick between them very easily. Very simple to do that, so that if you've got more than one match underway or you want to keep positions in one match, Guardian allows you to do that. It will look at the odds, the unmatched bets, the matched bets, any automation you've applied to it, and tell you via the log what you've actually done or what the automation has done within that. Mentioning automation as well, very powerful tool. This will allow you to put multiple pre-programmed rules in the market to perform functions at certain times. Very, very useful, especially in football where you've got lots of matches going off at the same time. So, there's a few interesting capabilities within there as well, but also don't forget to use features like Excel, because that can create a whole new layer for you. If I go into the main Guardian interface, I'll remove all of those markets, and we're going to now focus in on one particular market, which is the Lyon match tonight. So what I'm going to do is select all of the markets that are available within this particular match, and we're going to add all of those to Guardian and have a look at what's going on within each of these individual markets. And to do that, we're going to use Excel. The first thing actually that we should do is work out which markets we're interested in. So you can sort by columns here, and volume is obviously the most interesting thing if you're going to get active in a match. So we can see here that there's a number of matches here that contain pretty reasonable volume, perhaps some that you hadn't previously thought of, like half-time, full-time. But what we'll do is we're going to top slice this and look at the first 5, and I'm just going to get rid of the rest because there's hardly any volume there. But what I'm going to do is go into the Excel module, which is here. We've already located the BetAngel multiple spreadsheet, and now we can open that workbook and start to use Excel. Now you've actually got different ways of connecting to Excel, but in Guardian, the Guardian tool and the BetAngel multiple spreadsheet is designed to allow you to import multiple markets in one go. So if I click on Open Workbook here, you can see at the bottom of the screen here it goes BetAngel 2, 3, 4, 5, and so on. And to connect all of these markets to the spreadsheet is really simple. If we do auto bind sheets, you can see it says BetAngel 2, 3, 4, 5, and so on. And then we click Connect. And what will happen now is as BetAngel cycles through these markets, it updates these markets on the spreadsheet itself. So if we zip into the spreadsheet, you can see here that we've got match odds on here, over and unders, to qualify here, over and unders, on the next page, correct score, and all of these markets are there for us to join together to analyze in one go, or to place bets from the spreadsheet, or to join up that information, get a different view of the market, do many different things. And the great thing about this is, say that we wanted to do another match as well, so maybe you want to do Barcelona v Leverkusen, although I have to say, for me, this match isn't as interesting this evening. We can actually tag that on. We're not limited to one match. We can do hundreds of the things if we really want to. And we can auto bind that as well, or we can select our own spreadsheet, and you can have as many spreadsheets linked up as you wish. So there's another way of interacting there. And the great thing about this is, if you've got the spreadsheets bound, you can still trade on the main screen. It's perfectly okay to have all of these markets open and operate on these, and to trade on the same screen. And if you want, have Soccer Mystic open as well. So rather, when you're looking at a match this evening, just using one function of BetAngel, use them all. They've all been put in there for a reason, and you should use that to its fullest capability.